This is my crash damaged BMW 530X drive that I just bought, and it has one big problem that stopped the previous owner from fixing it. Last winter, the previous owner lost control of the car and crashed it into a concrete block. His plan was to fix it himself, but after he replaced the broken suspension parts, he found out that there's a huge problem with the engine that he can't fix. But when the owner took this car on his first test drive after the crash, the engine started leaking oil badly, and then he realized that fixing it is out of his capability. This is just a 10-minute recap video to the detailed series that we did a while ago on my channel. Here you can see the active oil leak from here, and what's crazy about it is that it's not coming from the top. It's coming somewhere from inside the drive shaft. Oh yeah, there you can see the crack right there in the oil pan. Probably what happened when the car was crashed, the whole drive shaft got pushed this way backwards. Together with this thing twisted and cracked the oil pan. Oi! Is there any more bolts holding it? Oh yeah. So the diff is out. What I find weird is now when I remove the diff, I can see that there's so many bolts here missing. This one is loose completely. So I don't know what he did. Maybe he tried to remove the oil pan already? I don't know, man. Right here you can see the crack clear as day. New / used oil pan. Looks the same, just needs a very good clean. Another thing is the minus cable for between the engine and the frame was very crusty, and I touched it and it almost broke off. So here we have another one. Whoop. Torque 281 Newton meter. Finally the drive shaft is in. So the way I managed to do it is I loosened the lower ball joint, pull the stub out of it, and then that gave me the room to just use the whole knuckle as a force and just smash it in there. There's a lot of warning lights shining. Lights, this one I'm not quite sure about, the ABS and 4x4. PDC, the sensors are disconnected. Then the long grill here. I feel like it's gonna fly out of my hand when we get to business. And crack it. Whoa! What was the connect?
Wow, I'm kind of impressed. Roller machine, heavy cut, just to get the deep scratches out. DA machine with super fine, heavy mega cut.
Does look pretty damn good.
Look at that!
No, so I can drop it and blame it on you. Then the new bracket goes. The cruise control radar sits like this, and you may say, how is it held in place here? And it's held in place by these plastic nut kind of things, and they go in like this here, and then they just twist in place like this. This is the old one, so this is broken. This is the only old one I have. Other ones were lost in the crash. And the annoying thing, they are discontinued from BMW. I couldn't find them anywhere, so then after a lot of Googling, I found these ones. And all this kit here, it is from an Audi S5, A8, S7, and all these different Audis. And when I saw on picture that they looked kind of similar, so I bought them. I paid around 400 krones, 30 euro. Then put the radar back. Now why does this doesn't work? Oh my, stop! So I actually removed this nozzle. Yes! Yes, both of the fog lights work. Now, after scanning the codes, there are a lot of codes. The one I care the most about is wheel speed sensor supply, front left. You can see this like completely touched. There are some other codes, but now there's no codes for the ABS or 4x4 system. And now you can see there's no more light. Yeah, so the ABS is completely working. Out. Now the ball joint is 165. Now jack the suspension up to ride height. Aye. And it's off. Now we can install the new thermostat. Now the EGR with the new thermostat. Then back in with the fan. Now at this point we can add some coolant and start it to see if it's leaking or anything. Now we will service the gearbox. Here we have a complete ZF gearbox service kit. Push it in place like this. Ha ha ha! Oi! Holy cow, guys! There's a storm! Snowstorm!